This is Ryan from GameRoomSolutions.com, and today I'm going to walk you through the assembly of our ArcadePro Golf Pedestal. This pedestal comes with two control panel options: the Multicade, which is perfect for a variety of arcade games including trackball titles, and the Golf Layout, a more traditional trackball-focused setup ideal for games like Golden Tee, Silver Strike, and Family Guy Bowling. Just like our other products, you can choose between the cabinet-only kit or a complete bundle, which includes all the components pre-wired and ready to play once assembled. In this video, we'll go step by step through the quick and easy cam lock assembly system, plus you can work with our design team to create a custom artwork wrap to make your pedestal truly unique. Add locking casters for effortless mobility, making it easy for you to move your setup when needed. Let's get started. Okay, so I want to talk through assembly of this real quick. There's just a couple little tricks here that if you know up front, it's really easy, but you'll lay down the right side, put it on something so the graphics don't get messed up, a towel or a blanket or something, and you'll put all the cam locks in all the cam lock holes that you see. Then there's two clips. So go ahead and put the clips in. There's pre-drilled holes for everything, so put them in and push them towards the back. You can always adjust them later for your back doors. For the bottom, if you got wheels, you can see here, you'll want to put the two with the locks closest, the ones that are closest, because that's the back. The ones a little further away, that's for the front. These holes right here, so I can run my LED lights, which I'll do here in a little bit. But those will come, it's all pre-drilled, so you'll just put the nuts in there, put it on. Then on the bottom, there's going to be four of these brackets. You'll screw those in, and then you can see those are going to line up with the bottom. You can see there's pre-drilled holes there, so that's how you can put those on, and that'll give it plenty of stability and also make it strong enough to hold for these wheels, so you're not just using the cam locks. Alright, so now that we've done that side, this is the trickiest part of the install here. So this is the top piece here. You can see I have the cam holes. So put your four cams in, and then I have my cam screws, which I'm going to put in. So this is going to be the bottom of the top board here. And where it gets a little confusing is your, especially if you don't have artwork, but where your cup holders are on the bottom is where the cam locks are. You can see there's these holes that go through. My team should tape those up, but if they don't, by chance, this is not where the cam screws go. They don't go on the bottom with the cam locks. You actually flip it over. The artwork will be slightly cut and you'll be able to feel it from the bottom and the top. But essentially, you will put your cam screws on the top, and what that's going to allow us to do is get this really secure. So the next thing I'm going to do, I need to build a box first out of these parts, and then I'm going to put that on the side. So I'm going to take my front piece here, and you can see here it has some widespread holes that's going to go on the top and some close holes that's going to go on the bottom here. But before I do that, I need to put the other sides on, so I'm going to show you that here. Okay, so I have my front plaque piece here. This is the top of my artwork on the other side right here, top and bottom. And then you'll have these angled pieces. You'll notice on the inside they have T-molding, because that's going to face the front and face the front. So you can see how it kind of has a wing look to the top. You can see how these are more spread out. These are a little more spread out. So essentially what I'm going to do is just take these two pieces, set them up. I'm going to put it in there, as you can see, and lock that, and do the same on the other side. Okay, so I put those wings on and lock that. Now you can see where these are closer together. That's going to go on the bottom. So I'm just going to pick up this box. Be careful, it might move around a little bit. These are just for a little extra security, and so it looks nice and tight in the front. But I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to set it down where these cams right here go on that, go on that. This is the front here. So these two cams are going to go on that, and I'm going to lock that in. Just real quick, as you're putting these cams on, you'll be able to see the holes. You might have to reach and just touch the cam screw a little bit and just kind of adjust it where it goes perfect in the hole. And once you do, everything will go down nice and tight, and then you can tighten these. But just on the entire cabinet on this 1/2-inch wood, there's not a lot of give for us to use a bigger bit like there is on the big wood. So sometimes you just have to move these around just a little bit to get it to fit in the hole underneath. You'll be able to see and do it. It's simple to do. I just wanted to address that. Okay, so you can see I have that box on. I've tightened those. Now I'm going to take the top piece here, and you can see this is where the front's going to go right here. So I'm just going to bring this top up and put the cams in there and then lock that down, and I've made this box. Okay, so I set the box up on this side. You can see the top here that kind of has the wing look, and then the bottom that has the hole in it. All I'm going to do is pick this up, and slowly put it on these cams for the top, then you can see where the cams will fit. So I'm just going to pick that box up, put it on here, and then lock it in. Okay, so now that was really the toughest part. You can see there, I got that on, got that locked in. Now I'm going to take this other piece that's got the hole in it, and this is just going to go on these 2 cams, so you can see how that was placed on there. There was 4 cams I needed to tighten. Then I'm going to put this piece right there, so that hole will make it where all of this is accessible in there if I need to. So I'm going to put this little back piece in right there and lock that down. Okay, so you have 2 pieces that look real similar, but you'll notice one has a cam lock towards the top. That's going to be the top front piece here, and the other one is going to be the middle piece right here. So both of these will have T-molding on the bottom, and then of course they'll have whatever graphics that you have on the front. So I can take this top board, put it in on those 2 there, so you can see how nice that's going to look. And then again, I will take these 2, or this one here, and it'll go just right there on that. So I'll put those 2 in next. And again, the one with the cam lock is going to be your top piece. Okay, so you can see I got that front piece in there, and again, the top piece here that has the cam on the top. So those 2 are locked in. Now we're going to put in the power board back here. So if you just got the kit from us, it'll just be this board. You can do with it what you want. But I suggest doing a switch socket. If we have an all-in-one kit, I'm not sure how we're going to post on the website, but if we have an all-in-one kit, it should come with some of this stuff, or you can add it on to the kits. But either way, you'll have your switch socket here, so you can see the side that has these holes, that's going to be for these brackets right there. So that's going to be the back inside. So your switch socket here is going to come in that way and screw into the front of the board, which is the other side. And then after that, then you'll hook these up, which is going to be red, blue, green. So you can see here, if this is the top, red, then blue, then green. So you'll screw that in, plug in those 3. You can put the power switch wherever you want, make sure it's on whenever you're ready for it. Also make sure that this one's on the line as well. You can also get an HDMI extender. I would definitely suggest this. It'll look cleaner than just an HDMI running out of the back, but essentially I'll just pull that cord through and screw this on, and then I can plug this HDMI in my computer. And then on the other side, so it looks nice and clean, I can plug into the HDMI and then run that to whatever TV I have on the monitor. So I'm going to set that up now. Okay, so you can see how nice and clean that looks like that. I put it down and then locked in the cams. I only screwed these screws in halfway, so that way I could kind of adjust it down there, make sure how when I screwed those down, then came back and screwed down these brackets. If you have any issues when you're putting the other side on, you might just loosen those to kind of get to where you get the other side on whenever that happens, and then you can tighten everything back down if you need to. Okay, so now that backboard's in, there's going to be a bigger board with a piece of T-molding on the bottom. That's going to be this angled board here with the T-molding, and it'll go in front of that board that way. Then there's another small board that's going to go this way. So I'm going to put this angled board in first. Okay, I'm just going to run a little RGB light through this. So essentially, there's 4 holes on the bottom, so that way it can glow on the sides and, you know, the front and the back, because these wheels will be just tall enough for that. And then I'll run it through here as well and across the front and then back, and this is what's going to light up the cup holder. So I'm just going to go, you know, kind of around. There's a lip here, so when you're looking at that, you're not going to see them. You're only going to see it glow down on that. So you can just run them right there all the way down. I don't even think you need this extra hole here. It's just to kind of go and then go down. However you want to do it, and you can go in and out. But essentially, for the bottom and just right under the top, you can do your LED lights. Okay, real quick, just to talk through, I did this. So I fed the start of the lights through. I have some slack here if I need to pull that loose to put the little thing on. So if I want to put it just outside and shove that through, you know, so I can easily point the remote back there and change colors. But anyways, I started here on the bottom there, and then I just went around. And the nice thing about these little holes is you can turn, if you guys can see that, hang on, if you can turn in those little holes, so that way you're not like bending over your wire there where it can be messed up. So I just ran that around back through. So I went up and around, down, back through that hole. Then I just stuck it to the side here. Kept it behind the clips because this is where the back door is going to shut. Came up here and then went into the front. And then you can see this front bottom here. I came that way. Again, just use that little hole so I could easily turn this. Went up and around. So again, you won't see this light from the front. And then once I went in there, for now I just stuck it at the top. I'm just going to leave it loose. I'll decide if I want to run it on the other side or not, but that's the best way to run the lights. Okay, so let's do the back doors. There's going to be a piece that has 2 holes. That's the top, 1 hole that's the bottom. You can see here that I put the clip on each of them. There's a clip there and a clip there, and of course that's going to go in there to lock it. Super important. Whenever it's like this and there's only the 1 cam in, you don't have the other side on yet, these can break. So even me doing this on a table is a little iffy. Make sure they're supported. If they are not supported and you just drop it, this will just fall off and probably break that cam and mess up this board at the same time, so we'd have to replace those. So just make sure they're supported. You can see here it's supported on the table. So now I'm just going to put all the cams in the other side, and then I'm just going to start at the top or start at the bottom. If you get a friend, it's a lot easier, and just slowly start working this in. Again, you have to kind of move these boards around. You might have to move the cams around, but everything's engineered, so it'll go in. Just work everything in, and then you'll tighten everything up, and that is the pedestal part. Okay, so I got that side on. I'm going to start locking everything down, but you can see once I've locked on these back doors, now they're nice and sturdy. I won't have to worry about them, but I can just have them open so I can go in and lock everything up. So on the top, you'll see there's the 5 cam screws. You screw those in, you can put your controls in. That'll just go on the top, and then you'll just go through the back door and lock everything down. And that's pretty much it.